Well, hey everybody, welcome back to the basement here in Northern Virginia. I'm here today with a how-to demo on the title track for the brand new James McMurtry album, which is going to be coming out a little more than a month from today. It's due to release on the 20th of June. And this is the title track, which was recently released as the first single from the album, The Black Dog and the Wandering Boy. I have, in addition to hearing the single release that's just come out, there's also been several audience video clips posted in various places on YouTube, etc., of the band playing the song out live in concerts. Thus far, the ones I've seen have been only band performances. I haven't seen one where James is doing it solo. I'm sure he can. I'm sure he will when he needs to. But for the moment, it's pretty much like a band song. So I want to run through it because it's a great tune. It's another one of his masterful character creations, you know, where and again he able to encapsulate so much in so few words. You know, he puts a line in the mouth of his character saying, "Sun's coming up and it's 7 in the morning. Another drink wouldn't hurt." Does that not sum up like an entire existence in one short sentence? All right, so let's do our normal thing here. Let's start with the setup of the guitar. I'm doing this on an electric today because it's really kind of fits it. Of course, it's on electric on the recording. On the studio recording, he's playing in double drop D tuning with the capo on the 3rd position for the key of F. But because my severely limited vocal range can't quite get there in 3rd position, I've got it down on the 2nd fret for today, and that's how I'm going to be playing it because my super limited voice can actually hit the notes when I'm doing it that way. Okay, so we are a double drop D. That means that these two strings are tuned down to D from the original E, and then the capo's going on the 2nd position. I've got a how-to video, one of my original ones from a couple of years ago, 5 minutes on how James goes about using double drop D in general. So there's more details there if you haven't seen that. And then, okay, so next, tuning got to be the first thing. Next is we're going to talk about the shapes that you'll need in this song. There aren't that many of them. The first one is what I always refer to. Oh, and always my usual lazy style. I'm just going to pretend this is not there, and so this is going to be a D chord. This is going to be an A chord. I'm not going to do all the transposing because I'll get it wrong, and it'll only be more confusing. So anyway, so the shapes we're going to use here. We're going to start with the home D, which I use the 1st and the 3rd fingers here. You're going to want to do it that way because you're going to need to come over here with your 2nd finger all the time on this song. And let's talk about how you're going to use that finger because you're going to do these pulls a lot. So that's something you want to be used, you know, and doing it that way is that finger's just right there, ready to go. So let's see what else. You're going to be moving from this home D shape into a kind of a C-ish, or excuse me, a G-ish chord to a C-ish chord just by upping 1 fret here. All right, so that you want to get used to that shape. I have my 3rd finger here on 3rd fret 2nd string, and I'm using my index and stepping up with the 2nd finger. Does that sound a little familiar? It's also very similar to how he plays Red Dress. So let this be a warning to you. It's really easy to slip into that other song if you're not careful. I do this all the time. There's several of James's tunes that uses very similar changes. Sometimes I have to struggle. All right, so we've covered that. Now the next chord we're going to use is just your basic old A chord. We're probably going to be barring it every time. And the great thing about being in this tuning is you can just lay that finger down across all 4. You got a great chord. And then there also is the G shape in this tuning, which is the 2 lowest strings on the 5th fret here. That's a G chord. And the last shape, we're going to be using this during the bridges, what I'm calling the bridges. We'll get to that in a second. And that's a kind of a B chord. And it's always going to be part of a walk down. It's always going to go B, A, G. All right. All right, those are the primary shapes. So what I'm going to do now is just walk through each of the types. First, I'll talk about the sections. I may not be using the correct terminology. I apologize. But we've got the intro phrase, which I opened the clip with. We'll go back to that in a sec. And the verses, which are basically the same phrase as used in the intro. And the verses are the same each time through the song. Then there's what I'm calling the chorus. Now, it may not be strictly a chorus, but it's when that refrain, when he says, hey, somebody lied to me. I'm calling those choruses. And then there is what I'm calling a bridge section where he uses that walk down I was just showing you, and we'll get to that in a second too. But that's where he's going to a different. So we'll get to those too. So it's the intros and outros. It's the verse is going to be the same pretty much each time. The chorus is the same each time. Hey, somebody lied to me, and it's just how many times he repeats it. And then those two bridge sections. The first time he does the bridge section, he does it in 2 bars, phrases, I guess. The second time he does it, he does the first bar phrase 3 times before he goes to the second one. You'll see how that shakes down in a minute. All right, and then there's a solo section after one of the last choruses, and he sings the last verse and goes out with "Hey, somebody lied to me." So let's go through that. So, starting out with a little intro phrase. Black dog and the wandering boy come around every night. See, okay, so that's what we're doing from there. We're going. All right, so there's that sort of G to C walking thing. And it's just one finger while you're holding this ring finger down on the second string. Black dog doesn't wandering boy doesn't get any older. Black dog doesn't bite. He just sits on the floor at the corner of the bed, watching for the things that haunt. They ought to both go away when I take my meds, but they don't. And stop on the G. Then you go into the first chorus. Hey, somebody lied to me. Same chords as the verse, it's just that the tempo is different. Hey, somebody lied to me. Coming up and it's 7 in the morning, another drink wouldn't hurt. Alright, so that's the next verse. There's each of the verses has 8 lines, basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 and 4. Then he's back to, hey, somebody lied to me. All right, and then after the second chorus, he goes into the first bridge. And the bridge chord starts with the A shape we talked about. All right, and it's there's something hiding in the space beneath the stairs. I am frightened, but these old folks just don't care. All right, let's go through that. Starts with the A. Something hiding in the G. Space beneath the D. And do that pull-off that we've been doing to step it back to the A. So let me do that again. Now this is the second time through. This is the second phrase. When we do this again later in the song, we're going to do that first one 3 times before we get to this. So in the second half of this thing, we're using the B-A-G thing that we just went through a couple of minutes ago. So. Back to the verse. Dinner time and I'm looking in the mirror. Sure enough, getting old. All right, so do the verse there. And then he goes right back to the bridge again. This time he's going to do it with 3 of the first line and finish with the second. So after the verse that we just started, he jumps into, I see my father with his patience wearing thin. Sometimes it bothers me I look so much like him. There's something hiding in that space beneath the stairs. I try to find it, but my memory won't go there. Let it hang. Hey, somebody lied to me. All right, and then he does the chorus, hey, somebody lied to me twice, and that's when it's guitar solo time. And as I understand it, the solo on this recording is by Cornbread. It sure sounded for all the world like Tim Holt to me, very much in his style. I knew Bread could play the guitar. I've seen a couple of clips of him and Darren backing up Betty Sue, who's doing the vocals, the harmony vocals on this song, by the way. But I never knew he was that good. Man, it's a killer solo. So you do the whole solo thing, and the solo, by the way, is over the verse. This is what's going on behind me. All right, so then he comes back to the last verse. Black dog and the wandering boy don't ever do any harm. Make no messes and they make no noise. No cause for alarm. And we finish that verse, and then it's back to, hey, somebody lied to me. Hey, and you do that. I think he does it 6 times. First 4 times is with the band, but then he ends on that chord, and he just sings it twice more, kind of fading out. Hey, somebody lied to me. Right, and that's how the song ends. So, all right, I think we've covered it here. We got the tuning and the shapes. It's not terribly complicated. It makes it's really easy to do on an electric guitar too. Those with the nice loose strings compared to a 12 string. But have fun with this. It's a lot of fun to play. And spoiler alert, I'll be performing it for the first time myself on my upcoming live stream, which will be a week from this coming Sunday on what is that? That's the 25th, I believe it is, of, no, 25th of May, over Memorial Day weekend. So you want to have a little guitar music while you're cooking out, check it out. All right, thanks again for watching. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.